Hello, everyone. Just getting on here. Anything goes reads. Whatever question you have, I will try to answer. Having fun. This is Hershey. She's back in Florida. Just where I'm going to go, what I'm going to do, where I'm going to live. Um, it's all up in the air right now. So if you got a question, go ahead and type it in the comments and I will answer your questions. It's Monday afternoon here in Houston, Texas. It's very warm. Really kind of lost my thoughts, my imagination, and just kind of taking essays of my life and see where I'm going from here. It's all new. I'm supposed to be having an interview with my apartment tomorrow and seeing what's going on there. Because there's a broken lease. That was the landlord who broke the lease by not fixing an apartment that is. So I had to send a whole bunch more information to them. The email saying that she was going to let me out of the lease without retribution and all that. And my financial situation, which they had already taken copies of but had misplaced, is just kind of all up in arms. So if you got a question, go ahead and put it in the comments and I will answer it with the cards. A little about me. I am a totally book hearsay and book learned and book knowledge, and the tarot is something that I studied in depth. Probably read more than 20, 30 books, taken classes over the years. I started my tarot journey in 1996, and I read for a charity called the Daughters of the British Empire one Saturday in October every year for about 12 years. They scheduled me for 15-minute blocks of times. And so each year that I was with them, I read 28 readings over my time period with them and earned them some money for their charity. And I'm so glad that I did that because it gave me more of a tarot instinct. Reading Celtic cross reads, 10 card spreads, 28 times per session. It really gave me an in-depth tarot knowledge very quickly in my life. So just let me know you're here by saying hi in the comments. And if you got a question, I will be glad to read on it for you. My name is Thomas. I live in Houston, Texas. I've been here since 92. Hi, Fatima. How are you? Blessings as always. thank you for being such a faithful listener, subscriber, commenter. You don't know how much you bring to me and probably all the other channels that you watch by doing that consistently. You are a super fan. I'm glad you're doing well. How is John and your sister? Hopefully Canada's not hating us until another month, when the tariffs come in. Odelia, thank you. That's good. Hopefully they're not asking too much of you. And I know you're a gracious and generous when you're tasked upon them, leaning on you for extra support. Hershey's trying to get Michelle's spare bedroom ready for her company, and Michelle is, you don't hate the people, we hate the leadership, and not only do you guys hate our leadership, we sort of hate our leadership. Until otherwise noted, it was an election, and that's how the outcome came. And whether that's a truthful outcome, or a made-up outcome, we don't know as of yet. But you hate the nation's leadership, but not the persons of the nation. I mean, people are people wherever they are. It's just how they're represented by the leadership of the country. And you have new leadership as well there in Canada. And hopefully the way that you go, it's going to be telling over the next 4 years. America is not well liked globally. Hi, Maruda, how are you doing? America is not liked globally. We have member enemy states that really do not like capitalisms or subscribe to the way that we portray our nation. But it is our way. Next year, we will be celebrating 250 years as a nation, as a republic. I am certain, because I have had downloads, that there will be worldwide protests against the United States for our 250th anniversary. And I have seen that we will actually have protests against ourselves during that 250th year celebration. And should violence erupt here in America during that celebration, perceived enemy states will rejoice and have celebrations the day after, if everything goes to shit here in the United States for our 250th anniversary. It's called a semi-quintennial celebration. It's great to have hope, Fatima. We all need hope. We all cling to hope, and yeah, we're not supposed to hate society. I mean, we all have our own beliefs. We all have our own politics. We all have our own spirituality, and we hope the best for everyone. I mean, that's all we can do is hope for a better future for everyone. So, Madame Maru, Michelle is a miracle worker. She put everything that her it was a miracle to observe. I mean, she had 2 huge crates of esoteric tools, bags of clothing, decks, and filled every nook and cranny. Got the hatchback latched, and they were on their way. I was supposed, but yesterday the person who's handling my this isn't up till July, and I said, well, the 2 earlier trips that I've been here, I explained to you, hey Swampy, I'd explained to you that the house was flooded by the neighbor upstairs. It was wet, it was moldy, it was uninhabitable, and the landlord released me if I wanted to go without punitive damages or breaking the lease and having to pay the 85% re-letting fee. So she conveniently forgot that I told her twice about that. So I had to send all the emails from her. I had to send my financials again to her because she'd taken a copy and misplaced it, and it's all supposed to be there today, and they were supposed to show me the unit that I was getting, and she forgot that she was off today, so that couldn't happen. So I got Steve's gonna take me there tomorrow once they say that the place is ready to look at it. If she says I don't qualify because the landlord didn't get back to him, yeah, well, the lease only spells out what's supposed to happen if the lease gets broken. And had I broken the lease, or had I and Hershey broken the lease, we would have to say 85% of the actual rental as re-letting fees or whatever. Texas here, I'm sure she never filed the lease legally. And I'm absolutely sure of that because she's done everything on the fucking cheap as she certainly could have. Um, if the new apartments go to look at a lease, it's never been filed. So they're going to have to call her. Of course, her information isn't there. I had to submit emails that she gave to me, and that's probably the only way she's going to get a hold of her. Whether the landlord gets back to them, I have no idea. So I'm up in the air. I've already paid $600 in deposits just to apply for the apartment and get one reserved. And, there's not a lot of money left after doing that if they decide not to grant me an apartment. Is it refundable? No. That I've already paid. Yeah, it is incredibly shady, Marita. But that's what I gotta live with right now. So I mean, I'm in an apartment that's totally torn up. I've got everything in boxes that I possibly could get in boxes. I've got stuff from my former roommate that he never got out of here in boxes, which is more than half the stuff because he never moved out once he flaked out on me and just left. Fortunately, he is going to help me move. And it's just, I'm up in the air. I'm totally not settled. I'm not feeling good about things, but it is what it is. Hershey went back to Pensacola. They got there Sunday morning at 12:15. They left here at 1:15 in the afternoon. Michelle packed up the car that they rented. Michelle flew in from Pensacola, got a car at the airport, came here. It was supposed to be a mid-sized SUV. It turned out to be a compact SUV, a Dodge Hornet. But Michelle worked her magic and got everything that Hershey was going to take stuffed into that thing. She played Tetris very well. And so the biggest part of the trip was getting out of Texas because there was a lot of road work between here and Beaumont. And then once they got into Louisiana, it was smooth sailing. She's staying at Michelle's for now until she can get a place. Michelle's got friends coming in tomorrow. So Hershey's, getting her stuff out of Michelle's spare room, getting it staged for her company. And she's just going to lay low for a while. So that's why she didn't do meta messages today. And is just taking it easy for a while. So if anybody's got a question for me, go ahead and put it in the comments. And let me go back and make sure I didn't miss anybody. One. So I didn't see a question yet, but yeah, Houston's hot. Cat is again looking for Hershey. Look for Creep after I move Creep out to the acreage. I'm hoping it'll work out. Networking has always done good for me. With Hershey, absolutely. I would live with Hershey in a heartbeat. She was by far the best roommate I've had in of roommates. She paid her share in rent. She made sure that everything was comfortable. Um, she was a great friend, a great mentor. I mean, I learned so much from Hershey, and I hope that I was all that she wanted in Missouri to Houston. Yeah, Houston. I got here in Houston in '92, October of '92. I had a car without air conditioning. I moved from San Diego, California. You really didn't need, even though it was, um, San Diego is sort of an arid climate and did not get very hot. Um, I was there for 7 years, and there was only one thunderstorm in 7 years. I came from Iowa in the Midwest, where you have some big thunderstorms and big weather and big tornadoes and things like that. Um, yeah, Swampy, we're trying to get together for another cruise. I get offers every month from Royal Caribbean and Carnival. It will just be once we're both settled and have a little money. What the best cruise offer comes in for me on a cruise with me, both her and Michelle. So it's it's very bittersweet that I had to say goodbye to Hershey. I mean, she was there with Michelle when the flooding happened, and the last week she was here together with me. I mean, I was an emotional mess. I cried. I mean, just so so sad for her. She threw away uh, most of her clothing. The closet got mildewed and moldy, and it just wasn't worth saving with her illness and her susceptibility to um, becoming sick. And I saw the beautiful clothing that she that she got rid of, like 13 kitchen bags, 8 to 20 pieces per bag that she got rid of. And she was very stoic. She didn't cry. She didn't let out emotion. She just looked at me and she felt bad for me for being as upset as I was. So Rhonda's looking for Hershey because when Hershey was here this week, um, Ron lived on her chair with her. You know, shared shared the chair, um, experienced all the loving that Hershey could give, and was just a hand whore. Just wouldn't let Hershey stop stroking him. And you know, when Hershey stopped, Rhonda would nip at her like, no, that's not. So Ron's looking for Hershey. I'm chopped liver. I don't count for much in the kitty's life, even though I feed them. Um, it's just the way it is. Uh, and cats are cats. They they love who they love. They connect who they connect to, and you're very fortunate if a connection unconditionally. Um, they don't seem to be as heartbroken as dogs if somebody disappears from their life. Because when I had to send Creep to the acreage, Rhonda only looked for like a day and a half, and it's like, oh, I don't have to put up with that anymore. It's kind of nice. So, Maruda, I know you don't ask for readings very much, but do you have a question you'd like for me to read on? Swampy, do you have a question you'd like me to read on? Yeah, I hope that we build some more cruise memories together. Um, it would probably be in a later. Why can't you think of one, Swampy? Um, it would be later cruise again, but that's only because of affordability and building it into budgetary requirements. Um, not not that I know of where I'm living next, or where I'm going to land. Um, I thought it was all set last week, but you know, talking to the person yesterday, it's like they don't remember shit about me being there twice, and well, I guess I'm chopped liver once again. Oop, my right ear is ringing, and that's always something about getting a download. What am I getting that download about? Hershey brought me the most beautiful Harlequin clown music box. It's the face of a Harlequin clown uh, with a ruff, and when you wind it up, it plays "Send in the Clowns," and it has become a vessel for two of my neighbors here at the complex. One is Smiley and one is Popo. Smiley has been with me since I moved here, and he was part of Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey Circus. He was unalived in a train accident in Indiana with Barnum and Bailey Circus. And Bobo, I'm not anywhere near a train track here in Houston, but Smiley would say, "There's a train," and Hershey and I could hear it in the distance. And the train, uh, one of these more recent times, brought Bobo to Houston. And Smiley was so happy that he was going to be reunited with Bobo. So they both took this vessel that Hershey brought me. So Hershey's guided them, brought Smiley to the vessel as she was shopping for it, and Smiley approved. And because Slim approved and let Hershey and brought it here, and like when I opened it, like just instantly, Smiley and Bobo went into the vessel. No, not always going to be here. That I was expecting a move, and they said, as long as there's children around, they don't care where they go. As long as they were with me and with the vessel, they would be happy. A collective reading. I could do that. So in the center of it, we start off with the Fool. And the Fool is, just taking that leap of faith and trusting in the world and that it'll be with us. The challenge is the Ten of Pentacles. Whether we know it's enough or whether we have it's enough, sometimes we don't always think of enough is enough. And, we have to come to realization when enough is enough for us, or if too much comes to us, that we don't look a gift horse in the mouth. The foundation is the Knight of Buckets. He's the Knight of emotions, so he can be a little fiery, where he gets all caught up in his emotions, not knowing that he's supposed to save himself first. So with that Knight, we have to be protective of our heart and know what we want before we go out and try to save somebody else. The best possible outcome is the Popess or the High Priestess, and she's asking and begging us to get in contact with our intuitive. She holds the keys to the Akashic records, and she gives out knowledge only as we can take it. If we're not ready for it, decides that we are ready to hear and listen to it. In the past, we've had the Eight of Buckets, the Eight of Cups, which is walking away from things that no longer serve us. And I guess that would be my apartment. It no longer can serve me, and I need to walk away from it. There's something from keeping me from my end. Hopefully, coming up for all of us is someone we can get in bed with. It doesn't have to be biblically. It just can be emotionally or spiritually, or have the same belief systems as us. Hello, Hershey. And when we have the lovers working with us, we can realize that together we're better than each of ourselves. So the collective is better than the singular. And that's what I have to get myself in a little better mental state. And I'm grieving the loss of you, but I know there's bigger and better things for both of us. It's just I've got the blinders on and can't. I know that you're helping Michelle, and you're doing what you can for right now. Um, yeah, we got Maruda here. We got Swampy here. The same old gang. Very dedicated, and follow us no matter what. So I thank everyone for doing that. Hershey, Ron's been looking for you, but has enjoyed the chair without you for the last couple nights. Went out to dump a few garbage bags from the weekend, so it's overflowing into the parking lot. So I'm looking at my I think I've got a lot of stuff, but I saw the tubs of metaphysical stuff that you had. Um, I I do not feel that I honor all the tools that I have because I haven't studied each and every one of them yet. But hopefully, I'll get this in my. I keep going in and out of the little circle, saying that I've gone into YouTube limbo. I know that Hershey as well. They had a big trip on Saturday. Michelle is a beast. I mean, she can drive across this country like no one's business. She could be an over the road trucker. I have no doubt that she could take care of herself in any cross country situation. I've seen her come to Hershey's aid twice, and going above and beyond what any human is expected to do for another human. Don't you feel that, Hershey? Does anybody have a side of themselves that they would like me to read on? It could be ugly. It could be 47. It could be um, the muskrat. It could be anything metaphysical. Yeah, my big concern is that Ron moving with me. How about our Earth energy? What does the Earth have to say for us for Swampy? Well, in the heart of things, we have the stars, so we have that unbounded hope, or oh, hey Hershey,
Hi, everybody.
hello, honey.
I look a hot mess, but I've been busy. But hey, everybody. Are you okay, bro? I literally didn't even know you were live. Miles had me check my phone, and I saw you were live, and I was listening for a minute before I spoke, and it sounded like like you think we broke up, and you was gonna always like I don't know how. Look, you and me, we never done. You're gonna always be my brother. You are the kindest, most lighthearted person, and you cannot, I will not allow you to go anywhere. We may be not geographically in the same location, but you are always going to be in my heart. I'm always going, okay, I need a word. Oh, I'm going to always need you for something. Not want, need. You can't go anywhere. I hate that this happened, but the universe did it. It had nothing to do with us. I need you to know that. I hated to leave you there. Well, I was okay knowing you were going to a place, but then, shit, life happens because life is just. And at this point, I'm still in the mind frame of you got somewhere to go. But if that changes, then ultimately, this ultimately breaks my heart all over again.
Well, hopefully the landlord will come through and do what she's supposed to do and say, yeah, I let him out of it because the place isn't habitable anymore. Isn't worth
It's
what
not.
I'm charging
It's
rent
not, you
for
guys. You
anymore.
have to understand. Thomas is
Is
in a place where
dangerous.
it is dangerous, highly dangerous for someone that has a lung condition like I do, but even worse, or well, even worse for someone with a lung condition, but even with him there and having decent lungs because he recently had them checked out within the last year, it's not healthy. But absolutely keep hope alive. Yes, is that your card? Did you get the hope card? Yes, Mo, she broke the lease. She willingly broke the lease. It has nothing to do with us.
Yeah, she does not want to repair the apartment. Uh, she apparently does not have insurance or homeowners insurance to take care of uh, liability on the property. So she is not going to fix the property until she sues the upstairs tenant for his negligence of leaving water on for 2 weeks. Um, it just, he was there. I climbed
I'm
up the
going to turn it
stairs
off.
and pounded on his door and pounded on his door and pounded on his door, and he wouldn't open it.
Maruda, that house was not livable when I moved in it, and I'm just being honest. I my heart broke. Like, oh my God! But I'm gonna try to make it the best that I can, and I absolutely did my best to turn it around for him, for us, for that landlord. Everybody that came in was like, wow, wow, wow. But she doesn't want to keep up with it. And Thomas and I alone cannot do it. We cannot. Exactly, Miss Tarot D. Exactly. But I'm gonna need the whole world to know that Thomas cannot get rid of me, and I'm gonna walk in and pop in any damn time I want to, cause I'm the baby sister. I don't care if you're live. I don't care if you're asleep. You know me. I don't care. Whatever you need to know, I'm not going nowhere. You is not getting rid of me. I don't care. Now I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna let you
So
get back to
Swampy
your
asked about the grounding
McDonald's.
energy, and at the heart of it, we have. So we have the star, and that's eternal hope, and just all expressiveness for the best for everybody for the outcome of the situation. What is our challenge? We have the Ace of Balloons, so it looks like we have an earthly or a financial blockage in making all that we want appear to be happy. What is at the foundation is strength. And I think it is the combined strength of Hershey and myself that we've lived through some adversity in our lives. And no matter how grave or how dire the situations were, we did have that spark of hope in us that things would turn out as they were supposed to. And Hershey is the most darkly optimistic person that I know. She's lived the way of life, and she knows that nothing comes easy to anyone. And she
Nope,
is
it's not
not going to
meant to.
give lilies or sugarcoat sugar bears.
No, I'm not.
And you know, she just tells it like it is. And the best possible outcome. Where's card in the deck? Three of Swords. The heartbreak. It's we all hope for the best, but we all get heartbroken. None of us get through this life without some kind of heartbreak. And it's just how you react to that heartbreak, um, goes to the centeredness of your being, of your hope, of your deterministic outcomes of things. It's like if you have eternal hope, those heartbreaks can't get to you. Recent past, we have the Wheel of Fortune. We all have those ups and downs and those karmic blessings and curses to us. We don't ever get rid of familial ties. We have our own karma to overcome, but we also have that generational karma to overcome. And it's how gracefully you step through it is how life will give its blessings to you. And our future, Two of Wands, making plans. In this case, it's reversed. It's sometimes we don't always plan for what's coming up because we can't always see the future for ourselves. Maybe some people are better at seeing our own future than we are that are so close to it. But some people instinctively know it's going to work out, or there's something coming for you that you're just not seeing and you're not looking forward to. And we can't plan for every situation in our life. we can try to be prepared for it. And we can try to steel ourselves against the adversity of some things, but some things are just too harsh in reality that we don't want to face. And so we turn our backs on it or we run from it. And I think that the big lessons that I learned from Hershey, since knowing her and since living with her, is that not everything is promised and not everything is going to be sunshine and roses and daffodils, but it's how you work your way through it. Test your mettle and abilities to negotiate the 3D life that we have before we go into the great beyond.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, you did say it. You just didn't remember that I remembered you said it.
You know me. I was gonna say it really sounds like me because everywhere you go, you take you with you, and it's not where you live, it's how you live, and
Yep.
it's not what you are, it's who you are. Those are philosophies that were drilled into my head, and of course, I didn't learn to live by them until, well, life itself made me see them for what they were and just how valuable they actually are. So, what is it?
Oh my goodness.
You know
The
what?
big
I told
lesson
you
I
about
learned
that
from
was
her.
the panties on the chandelier, Miss Tarot D. You're not supposed to be telling our secrets. Now that you might as well tell them about panties on the chandelier too. I mean, come on now. You're telling them everything.
That gives so much deeper meaning to Hotel California for me.
Well, I just want y'all
Bras
to
in the
know.
ceiling,
Go ahead.
pink panties on ice. We're just
Wait.
prisoners here of our own device.
You know it. You know it. You know it. So I fed the squirrels this morning, right? This is just me, right? Well, actually, it wasn't even this morning. It was this afternoon, and I realized we were pretty much at the bottom of the bag, right? So I'm like, okay, I'll just finish the bag off. So I threw some around their little tree that they like to hang out at, and I see they've already been attacking them. But then I noticed that when we leave some in the bucket, I was wondering how it kept getting turned upside down because we never left it actually upside down. And now that I'm actually sitting out here and I'm watching the squirrel, so now I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna like set it. It gives them a bit of a workout and it's stimulating them. It's not just so easy for them. So, but as long as they continue to be attracted to that little bucket of peanuts, I don't have to worry about them attacking my bird seed. So, I'm thinking for all of them.
Well,
Thinking for
now that I saw that you left your bird feeder here, I wish you would have left it up because I like that little nightlight in the bird feeder.
I know. I
Till it
should
goes
have, but I literally had
off
no more
at 4 in the
room, and it
morning
was
or
like literally the last thing, and I was like, I can't even
whatever.
fit the literally last thing. I was like, fuck. So I should have hung it back up for you, but I apologize. I'm gonna get
I
another
just
one
have
added to my
that
wish
little
list.
glow when I go out.
There's a light bulb. You can turn the light
Us.
on.
Uh, um, if anybody's got a question to ask, go ahead and ask it.
Okay.
Pardon,
I'm gonna
Hershey.
let you. I'm gonna let you get back to your anything goes. I love you, and I will talk to you this evening, or well, in a little while. I will be calling you in a
Yeah,
little
we
while.
are having a bit of a delay.
Okay. I love you guys. I will talk to everybody soon.
Bye, Hershey. Love you. Miss you. So Mousie's listening to audiobooks and making doctor's appointments. Well, Mousy, blessings to you. I just thought I'd come on and do some reading. I'm already missing Hershey. She's back in Pensacola. Ron is looking for her. Ron has been looking for Creek since I'm off to the extra mates at Creek. I've got my metaphysical tools that I have in front of me where I'm going to land. Hello, Ramon. Welcome. It gets taken care of quickly, and I don't have to do this unknowing. Wish I had an answer. I was supposed to have an answer today, but person I was working with didn't remember that they were off today. I'm not going to fix the damage to the apartment. Otherwise, we've got a lease until July, which I would have to pay 85% of the amount that's due for breaking the lease, but I am not breaking the lease. The apartment is uninhabitable the way it is. So since the apartment owner does not want to fix the apartment, she is the one that is breaking the lease. But, whether she lets the new apartment complex know that that's the way it is, I have no control over, and I'm just letting it out in the universe that she does the right thing and does not hamper me getting another place, because really I don't know that I could live here another week. It is getting so bad. I'm like wheezing. The cat is wheezing. So we may just have to go live under a bridge, leave our shit here until the end of the lease, and a practice some patience is not the half of it, Swampy. But thank you for realizing that patience is not a strong suit of mine, and it is a trial at the moment. So I thank you all for being here with me. It's nearly an hour on. Yeah. I social worker. I have not heard back from them as of yet. Like my clinic, I reached out to them, and they didn't tell me that they got rid of their social workers for Medicare people. It's just, I've got all these resources available to me, but when I reach out to them, they don't seem to be available at all. And I'm just thinking that is the Texas way, because Texas has gutted their financial support of everything that supports their people. Is just Texas doesn't want anybody older to survive, because they don't want to waste their resources on non-viable people. And since I've turned 60 and become non-viable people in the Texas scheme of things. So thank you for being here with me for this hour. I appreciate you so much. Be the great people that you are. Keep on shining, keep on smiling, keep on keeping, because that's, at the end of things, that's all we can do, is just be ourselves and hang in there. So remember, be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and go out and make it a great day. Thank you, everyone.